Hello, I'm Amara Jones, and today is Wednesday, August 12th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you the three headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number up today is one as in first place in new polls taken after the Republican presidential debate in Iowa and New Hampshire that will hold the first presidential contest next year. Donald Trump is in the lead. In Iowa, he's at 17%, ahead of Scott Walker, who's in second place, and in New Hampshire, he is in first place at 16%, with Jeb Bush following right behind him. Now, many people, including yours truly, thought that after misogynistic comments that he made during the debate and afterwards that his campaign would be derailed, but it seems like the mouth they express rolls forward. And all of this just shows us that the 2016 presidential campaign is perhaps going to be like no other, and maybe that's because it'll be truly the first social media campaign, and maybe that's why Donald Trump is killing it. Well, at least he's ensured that our August is not boring. The next number up today is 2 for the second day in a row. The Chinese government has lowered the value of its currency, called the renminbi or the yuan. Potato, it's still the same thing. Now, the problem is that the Chinese economy is slowing. That's because Americans and Europeans are buying fewer Chinese goods, and they've lowered the value of their currency to make Chinese items less expensive in the United States and Europe, with the hope that Americans and Europeans will buy more and revive their economy. But the Chinese government's move may actually make it harder for President Obama to get his Trans-Pacific Partnership through Congress. That's because Democrats in particular wanted language included that would make it harder for the Chinese to manipulate their currency, even though China is not going to be a part of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. But President Obama told them that it wasn't necessary, but here Chinese manipulation is back and in full force, so it may have an impact on the final vote tally in Congress. But the good news is that your knockoff Birkin bag is about to get even cheaper. The next number up today is 5, as in 5 days. That's how long it's been since the latest shooting of an unarmed black man at the hands of police, this time 19-year-old Christian Taylor, a football player at Angelo State University. But yesterday, the head of the Arlington, Texas Police Department fired the man who shot him. Now, the incident occurred when Mr. Taylor drove his car through the front of a car dealership and began to vandalize the automobiles that were there. But then the officer who responded, according to the chief of the Arlington, Texas Police Department, then set off a series of, quote, cascading consequences, close quote, that ultimately led to the, quote, inappropriate, close quote, shooting of Mr. Taylor. Now, according to The Guardian, there have been over 700 people killed this year at the hands of the police in the United States, but this is the most recent incident in which the police are increasingly being held to account for these incidents. As a matter of fact, the officer that killed Mr. Taylor's case is being referred to the district attorney, and perhaps these acts of accountability are the only way that this number is going to begin to decline.